So I just reacted to the first episode of the Thousand Year Blood War arc. I haven't done a proper reaction in quite a while, and YouTube will not let me upload the footage. In fact, when I try to edit the footage, I guess Hulu has some kind of restriction on that. I can't even see the footage of me, even though I can look at it if I'm not on the video editor. So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. But maybe it's just a sign that I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't get in trouble with it. I'm not even sure how these other YouTubers are doing this. I'm pretty sure they're doing some kind of weird editing. I had the video flipped. I figured that would be enough. But I can't even chop it down, which is just sad, but it's whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the first episode. We're going to do that instead, okay? I had my bleach hat ready to go. I had my necklace on. Tattoo, obviously. I had uh, my artwork of Okiora that I got as a birthday gift a couple years ago. I was hyped. Very, very hyped. Really excited for this. First episode, phenomenal. I was expecting a recap, but we didn't get that, which is good. I felt like that would have been a big, middle finger to everybody who's waited, 10 years and 8 months as I have for this to come out. Um, it's just, it's good. The whole episode is just movie quality goodness. It's just so freaking great. I loved it. I was so happy. The pacing is pretty quick on this. It was only 20 minutes for the episode, which is surprising. I was expecting at least 22 to 23 minutes for the first episode, but usually with Taito Kubo's arc or his work, two chapters make one episode, and they somehow managed to fit all of that. They crammed it all into just 20 minutes, which is, hey, I'll take it. Unfortunately for me, I kind of feel like this arc is going to last maybe 75 episodes top, which is fine. It's sad. It's just sad because the whole arc itself in the manga is like 200 something chapters, almost 200 chapters, right? It's like 180 or 200, something like that. But it was really nice seeing Ichigo, Orihime, Chad, and Udio show up to save the day, to save some basically the most canon filler characters of all time. I forget their names because they're just that forgettable, but these two Shinigami, these two Soul Reapers show up, and they're like, hey, we're gonna take over Katakura Town. We're gonna like protect it from hollows. They immediately get taken out like red shirts in Star Trek. It's amazing. I loved it. Um, and then you see the gang show up, and then they just wreck the shit out of the hollows. I was kind of annoyed seeing Ichigo immediately go Bankai because he goes Bankai twice in this episode. That is crazy. But he goes Bankai twice, which the first one or the second one, it's plot convenient because it's just what the plot was for the chapter when it came out. He was supposed to go Bankai up against this new adversary, which is just basically a holified Quincy. Which later on in the series you find out that's not even possible. So what is this exactly? I don't know. I don't think it really properly explains that, but it is what it is. Um, it was really cool to see Ichigo go Bankai again. I'm not gonna lie. I have a big problem with the captains who go Bankai frequently in this anime, in this manga, whatever, because they just seem to like spam it out like Goku spams Kamehamehas. Like you don't. Sometimes you just don't even have to go Bankai, but to do it anyways because it's fan service. And after 10 years of waiting, nearly 11 years of waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a pass. It's fine. It was really, really cool. Um, it just makes me laugh because I remember when the chapter first came out. I think it was chapter 481 or 482. It was something like that because we immediately go to Waco Mundo, like immediately, like almost immediately. And you saw Yuha Bach. I don't even know if that's even how we even pronounce the name, but that's what we've been referring to him as for many years now, or Yuwak. It's Yuha Bach or Yuwak. It's one of the two. I've seen two different German people translate it, so we'll see. But it was really, really cool. And I remember, over a decade ago, whenever he was first revealed in the manga, the internet didn't know what to call him. We were confused why he looked like Zangetsu. Spoiler alert. Um, so we just started calling him Buckbeard. I remember that. The Bleach Asylum website, we would just call him Buckbeard. I'm so sad I can't react to this for my channel. I don't even care about the views. I wanted you guys to see how excited I am to be talking about this, to see me reacting to this. I got close to shedding a tear. I was that like ecstatic for it, you know? It was just it's so good. It's so good. Uh, I love it. But anyways, maybe I could figure out how to get the footage uploaded if I can. That would be swell. Um, maybe I could just OBS the video on the other screen and pick it up that way. I don't know if that'll even work, but I mean, hey, it doesn't hurt to try, right? I think that'd be a nice way to, get around Hulu, but we'll see. And maybe I could chop it down and get the actual video uploaded. I have no idea how these other people are doing it. I'm not really much of a video editor, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Now, what I am annoyed about, because as soon as I got done watching it, and while I was waiting for everything to process, I started scoping out YouTube to see all the React channels watching it. And of course, you got these Bleach fans who are really excited, like me. But then you got these other people like Jamie Uwu, who used to be known as Super Mega Frieza. Yeah, obviously, she don't give a shit about Bleach. Um, you got all these other YouTube channels too. Like I was watching like a mashup of it, and somebody was just like, "Is that Naruto? Why is Pain in this?" I'm just kind of like, "You guys are on camera. I just want you to know that you can't sit there and pretend to be a Bleach fan and then not know the characters." Like, I don't know. Either way, I'm happy. Um, you guys have no idea how much this anime means to me. You really, really freaking don't. And I've waited so long for this. I've waited years, literally years. My kid is about to be 4, and I've waited over twice her lifespan for this to come back out, and we're finally getting it. I remember when the first chapter of this arc came out back in 2012, I believe, right? Well, yeah, it was 2012, yeah, or 2011, 2000. I think it was 2012. Yeah, it's been about 10 months or 10 years and 8 months or something. But I just came back from a depression trip to Missouri where I was upset about a girl. Not getting into that, but I decided to go spelunking, whatever it is, where you go cave diving. I went cave diving in some caves in Missouri, and on the way back, I was reading the manga on my phone, and I was just like, "What the fuck is happening? This is grand, dude. This is really cool. I really like this." Um, I like how it just immediately gets right into it, and this anime is just great. Could you just start watching this from the get-go and not know anything about the show? You could. Would not recommend it, of course. If anything, I'd say go back and rewatch the entirety of Bleach. Skip the filler, of course, unless you want to watch the Bout arc. The Bout arc, highly criticized, but I think the Bout arc is probably the best filler arc I've ever seen of any anime ever. And the reason I say that is because they somehow made it canon without it being canon, where the Bounce actually tied into the story without actually tying into the story. I don't have ways to describe it, but it was so great that they did it. And you know what? Give it a couple days. We're going to have some high quality Bleach fights start airing up on YouTube. It's going to be great. We're going to have all these people talking about it being the GOAT, which is funny because nobody said that for like a decade. Nobody even said that for years. When people think of Bleach, they mainly think of Sosuke Aizen, the villain, because Aizen was like the second greatest manga villain of all time, right behind Frieza from Dragon Ball. And it is what it is, man. So I'm very happy, very pleased, and I give the episode a solid 10 out of 10 for what it is. This whole arc is going to be wild. If you haven't watched Bleach, highly recommend it. It's on Hulu. It's airing on Hulu. I really thought it was going to be on Disney Plus. It's funny that Disney had to buy the rights for it because this whole arc is, consisting of Nazis, and we all know about Disney. So the mouse, okay, that's bad. Don't do that. But but yeah, so thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the arc if you haven't seen it as much as I did. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.